My name is Denise Francis, and I am the president of the Guelph Black Heritage Society.
My name is Marva Wisdom.
Yes, my name is John Leacock, and I should say my name is John Wesley Leacock. My mom named me after one of the founders of the Methodist Church in England, which was John Wesley.
So I grew up in Guelph. I went to elementary school, high school, university here. And it wasn't until when I was on campus in the 90s that I even heard about this building, the British Methodist Episcopal Church. And at that time, I actually started attending services here. They had a minister who was from St. Vincent, and she used to hold services here on a Sunday afternoon. So, as John mentioned, we've been friends since I came on campus in the 90s. And at that time, I was an avid Facebook user. And he put out a post about how he had seen that this building had been up for sale. And I saw the post and I gave him a call and I said, what can we do to try and save this building?
Knowing that the church was in a R1B zoning, which is a residential zoning, I know it would have opened up a can of worms in terms of investors looking to buy this property and making it into a home or a stylized institutional use other than what it was, which was a destination and a place of fellowship for descendants of the Underground Railroad who lived in this Essex Street neighborhood. I was like, my God, we gotta have an impromptu strategy, right, to get this place into our names. That was the plan from the get-go. So I got on the phone and I started making phone calls.
2010, and I got a call from Big John. And Big John called, and I remember him saying, Sister Marva, I have something to talk to you about. At the time, I was chairing the United Way campaign, and it was my second time chairing the campaign. I was winding down and getting ready to complete the campaign, and he shared with me about this building that is on the MLS listing, and thought the work that I'm doing with United Way, I could transfer those skills and work with the community in trying to buy this building.
Jim Livingston, Jonathan Ball, Andrew Craig, there was a lot of people that were around that I knew. At the time, Andrew was busy a lot with the radio CBC, but we knew that. We also called on Kevin Sutton, who did a beautiful video that was at that time got huge following on social media. He did a short video on YouTube talking about what was taking place. So it created that activism that brought energy, and it went national. So by it going national radio and TV, we ended up having phone calls. So I had pro bono lawyers calling in that willing to provide their services and gave some good perspective. And a guy by the name of, a lawyer by the name of Charles Davison that represented us on some of the aspects of the initial acquisition and forming of the organization. We were able to work with the church, and Reverend Skyers, I think his name was, and Bob Lucas was a religious realtor on the other end, and the late Peter Ellis, who was a broker of record here in Guelph, who was also helpful in listening to us. We had to travel to other BME churches to finally come on, I think it was a November day in 2011, to sort of bring this together as accepted offer over 40 other offers.
The next sort of big hurdle, once we actually got the building, was to become a charitable organization, because that opened up so many doors for us in terms of fundraising, grant proposals, and so on. I would say this year, in terms of what I would find monumental, is we received three big grants. And so we receive funding from the Enabling Accessibility Fund, Ontario Trillium Foundation, and Canadian Heritage. And so it's always been my dream that this building would be accessible, and it hasn't been. There's so many people now that can't come to our programs or just enjoy the space in general, simply because they can't even get in the building. And so it's been a long haul. Since 2012, we started thinking, how can we make this building accessible? And we finally realized our dream this year.
To employ the community to continue with their support of this space tangibly with dollars and funds and with time, but also in coming out to presentations, to continue to talk to others and invite others to use a space and imagine what this can be, imagine what the potential can be. For
the study of local Black history, to provide a destination for all peoples to have a better understanding of our heritage, and to just provide a welcome to the larger community for live events, music, and good times.
My big thing is to try and encourage the next generation to come out. Now that at one time I was a young person, but I don't feel that way anymore. So we've got to encourage the next generation, because we have to ensure that and instill in them that they have the passion and excitement for the space, so that when we tire out, that they can come over and take over for us. I would love for us to have a coalition with some of the other Black organizations within Ontario and across Canada, where we can form a network in terms of tourism. We can help each other with programming. We were lucky that this BME church was saved, but I know the Harriet Tubman's church in St. Catharines is in desperate need of refurbishment. I've been to the BME church in Owen Sound, and these are edifices of Canadian history, not just Black history. And we need to ensure that we can do whatever we can and work together to ensure that they're preserved for the next 100 years.